Bootstrap Studio 6.5 is here, and it comes with several cool features you've asked us for. Here's a quick rundown of everything new in this update. AI Assistant. Our new assistant allows you to edit your design using artificial intelligence. Click the Assistant button in the toolbar, and the dialog will pop up. Here you can write instructions on how you wish the selected component to be modified. For example, let's select this bullet list and ask the assistant to convert it to an accordion. When we run this prompt, Bootstrap Studio will call ChatGPT behind the scenes, pass through your instructions, and wait for it to generate the modified HTML. Lastly, the app will replace the component with the new version. Let's try another example. Select this empty row and instruct the assistant to generate 3 cards with placeholder text. The chatbot is smart enough to make each card take 1/3 of the available space on desktop, but span the entire width on mobile. Now let's try text generation. Normally, the GPT-4 model does a better job at this, so we'll switch over to it before running this prompt. Then we'll ask it to generate text about home renovation. You can mix and match models and experiment with different ways of writing your prompts for the best results. The best thing about the new assistant is that it can be used for all kinds of edits, text generation, and translations. As ChatGPT becomes smarter over time, so will the edits it can do for you. Computed styles. Another enhancement is the new Computed panel. You can find it at the bottom of the Styles tab. Here you can see the applied values of all CSS properties which affect the selected component. This gives you an overview and easy navigation to every property. For example, searching for color and clicking the rule will bring up the exact place where it has been defined. Container queries. For those not familiar with them, container queries are similar to media queries, except that they respond to the width of a parent element and not the browser window itself. As an example, here we have 2 banners, each consisting of text and a phone illustration. On wider screens, we want to show the phone on the same line as the text. To do this, we'll write a media query for the top banner and a container query for the bottom. Select the top banner and create a CSS block. Change the flex direction to row so that the elements are side by side. Then click to add a media query. This will restrict our block only to widescreens. For the bottom banner, we'll do the same, but we'll create a container query instead. Here we get a warning that the component is not inside a containment context. This means that the browser doesn't know which parent to monitor for width changes. To resolve this, select the parent div, and inside a new CSS block, add a container type property. Now let's compare the 2 banners. All else being equal, they behave the same way. However, if we resize their parent columns to half the page width, you can see that the media query remains in the horizontal layout, since the page width hasn't changed. The container query, in contrast, transitions to the mobile layout. Importing folders. Bootstrap Studio can now import entire folders with files of mixed types. The app intelligently recreates the directory structure, handles duplicates, and validates style sheets for errors. Image Properties dialog. Another welcome enhancement is the new Image Properties dialog. In addition to showing image properties, it lets you define a default alt attribute for any library image in your project. When this image is used in a page and it doesn't have an alt HTML attribute of its own, the default alt attribute is used. Editing hidden components. If you have a component that's hidden with CSS, you can now easily edit its text. Here we have a paragraph with display set to none. In the past, you weren't able to edit invisible elements, but now you can just double-click, and Bootstrap Studio will present the component in an overlay on top of the page. Thank you for watching this quick overview. What would you like to see in our next updates? Subscribe to our channel and leave a comment below.